Welcome children. Today I am going to discuss one more binary file program.
I'll read the question. Create a binary file emb.dat that contain information such as employee number, name, age and salary. Write a function that accepts the file name as argument and copy all those records whose salary is less than 25,000. You have to create an emb.dat file which contain employee number, name, age and salary. Write a function that accepts the file name as the argument and copy all those records whose salary is less than 25,000. That means we have to copy into another file. There are two binary files needed. The first binary file is emb.dat, which is used to store the specified information. That is the first file. And after that, you have to read from emb.dat and there is a condition mentioned over there. Depends upon that condition, you have to copy into another file. That program we can try out here. I'll open a new file, new screen. Yes, the first step we have to import the module. So import pickle asp. Yes, second step I am going to create the emb.dat. So emb.dat I am going to create by using user defined method. User defined method is create and I am going to create. For that I am going to open or use my object name as ob equal to open emb.dat and it is creating, so it is WB mode. In WB mode you are opening the file emb.dat. That means you can write into the file. Now we have to accept the total number of employees. So n equal to int input, enter total number of employees. Total number of employees. So total number of employees we are accepting and storing in the variable n. Next step we have to accept n employees information. Now here instead of using dictionary I am going to change that into list. You can use dictionary or list. In this problem I am going to use list. So L equal to, this is the way you can initialize a list. Now the first step we have to accept the employee number. So employee number equal to input, enter employee number, enter employee number. Same way we have to accept the name. So input name, next age equal to input age, next salary I am going to convert into integer because we have to check whether it is greater than 25,000 or not. So the comparison must be performed only on integer value or numeric value. So that is why I am going to convert that into integer and it will be salary. Yes, so salary you accepted. Employee number, name, age and salary you accepted. And I am going to store that into the list. So I can write it as L dot, I am going to use append method. Just recollect what is the purpose of append method. Append and I am going to write one list over there. See that the entire content is storing as a list in L itself. So that means emb comma name comma age comma salary. So this, see that Now L is a list, within that another list is there. That means it will be a nested list. The first element of the list itself is a list. That means it is a nested list. Now the creation part is over. After that, we have to, I just accepted only one employee information. Same way we have to accept n employees information. So I am going to use the for loop over there. For I in range 0 to n. N times you have to repeat the same procedure. So I have to change the indentation. I am going to change the indentation over there. The next data, indentation. Yes, the whole content is now available. N information, n employees information will be available inside the list. Next step, I am going to dump that into the binary file, or I am going to write into the binary file. See that? Pickle name is P dot dump of L, comma, object name is OB. Check it whether you understood. Everything is over. The creation part is over. You created the file and you accepted n employees information, and everything together you stored inside the variable list L, and after that I am going to close the file ob.close. Yes, creation part is over. Next step, we have to read from the file. So next function is def read. Inside the read function, you have to check whether the salary is greater than 25,000. If it is greater than 25,000, you have to copy that into another file. So you have to read from the existing file, copy into another file. So two files is needed, and both the files I am going to open here. T equal to open emb.dat, and which will open in RB mode. That means we want to read from that particular file. Next is U equal to open and the new file. I am going to give the new file name as greater, comma, yes, I am going to open that is in WB mode. That means write mode. We are going to write into that file. This much all of you understood? Two files, one is RB mode, that means read mode. Second file WB mode, that means we are going to write into the file. Next, entire content we want to read from the file. So for that, R equal to my pickle name is P dot load of your variable object name is T. P dot load of T. That means the emb.dat content is completely stored in the variable R. Now we have to check each employee's salary is greater than 25,000 or not. Now R is a nested list which contain multiple list elements are there, and we have to check, we have to take each list from that R. So for that I am going to use for I in R. See how this for loop is working. Now R is a nested list, and when the first time for loop is executed, the first list will come and stored inside the variable I. That means now I is a list. I itself consists of employee number, name, age and salary. And we have to check whether the salary is greater than 25,000. Employee number is at position 0, employee name is at position 1, and age is at position 2, and here salary is at position 3. List element is placed from the 0th location onwards, 0, 1, 2 and 3. So if I of 0, that means not 0, I of 3, salary I of 3 greater than 25,000, I of 3 greater than 25,000, then that means that particular employee's salary is greater than 25,000. Then I am going to, if it is greater than 25,000, I am going to write that into the new file greater. So I am going to use p dot dump, dump, dump of I comma the object name is t. P is the pickle name, dump is the method, I is the list you want to write into the file, and t, it's not t, sorry, it is not t, it will be u. U is the object name. You are going to write into the greater file, so your object name is u. Now that for loop will be repeated n times and that will be written into the file, depends upon the condition. Next, I am going to close both the files, t dot close and u dot close. Both the files are closed. After that we have to see the result, the content of greater file. So for that I am going to open the greater file again. See, my object name is b equal to open, file name is greater, then the mode will be RB because we are going to read from the file. So the file mode will be RB. Yes, now just recollect the content of greater is a list content. See that here I written into the file as an individual list, not as a nested list. Here R will be a nested list. From R I am taking one list at a time, and if the condition is satisfied, you are writing one list into the greater file. So that means there will be multiple lists. If the condition is satisfied, there will be multiple lists will be there in the variable greater, or there in the file, not variable, there in the file greater. Now we want to read the entire content, the whole list from the file greater. So for that I am going to use while true. That means you have to repeat the same procedure multiple times you have to read while true. And we have try catch block here, we can use it there, try, and the first record I am going to read, I am going to use the load method. Yes, now I am going to use the load method. L equal to my p dot load of b, my object name is b. So this will read only one list from the file greater. Now that list I am going to display, print L, that is display. And if there is an error, that means you are repeating the read procedure, and if you reach at the end of the list, end of the file, then it will be erase an error except EOF error. That means if you reach at the end of the file, nothing will be there in the content. So end of file error will be occur. Then you have to break from the loop itself. And after that I am going to close the file b.close. This part I will explain once again. B equal to open greater RB, that means you are reading the file greater in RB mode, that means read mode. Multiple lists are there, so you have to repeat the read procedure, you have to multiple times you have to read from the file. So that is why I am using the while loop over there. Try catch block is there, or try exit block is used there. You are reading the first list and you are displaying. When you reach at the end of the file, EOF error is occur, then automatically it come out of the loop itself. Now this is your close method. Next I am going to call the method create, and second is read. This is the calling part of the method. Now I will run the program. D, it is 26. Check it, any error is there or not. Total number of employees, I am going to give 2. Employee number 12. Employee name Devika. And age is 23. Can you see the screen? Yes. Now salary will be, now the salary is 28,000. Second employee number 13. Name will be Mishra and age will be 19. Salary is 15,000. Salary is 15,000. Say that only the first record satisfies the condition, so that will be displayed on your screen. Now that is all about your program. I'll show you once again. Just go through it. Create method to create emb.dat. Here the content of emb.dat will be a nested list. You can do it by using dictionary. Here I just use list. Now after that I am using the read method to read the content of emb.dat, and depends upon the condition I am writing into greater file. Here the content will be individual list, not a nested list. That is why when you read it from again greater file, so you are using this while loop. Multiple lists are there, so you want to repeat the same procedure. That is why you are using the loop over there. Now that is all about these two programs.